So I love Flip as a resource for students to actually record a video about their interests rather than having to access that through some sort of a worksheet or Google form where they actually have to read and type a response or write a response. So sometimes a video response is a lot easier and more manageable for students who like to share that way. So I'm going to show you quickly how to do that. So you're going to first create a group, and your group is essentially going to be your class. So you would choose classroom and choose the age of your students. I'm going to choose all ages and go to next. The reason why you want to choose classroom is when you actually share out the link to this class for students to join, you can have the ability to share it out in Google Classroom. You can share it with a link, you can share it with a code and a QR code, but I love the option to share it within your Google Classroom. So I'm just going to enter my group name. I'm going to call it test group just for the heck of this video. And I'm going to go to create. You can actually choose cool backgrounds. You can make your own background and upload it here. I'm going to go to create. And this will look familiar to you because this is what we used for our own introductions to the course. So this is how we're going to share out our group. You can copy the link here and paste that in an email or on Clever for your younger students. And then if you go to more invite options, that's where you can add student usernames, invite by email, or share within a Google Classroom. I love that option. So let's X out of here. Here's where you can share that QR code if you download. Students can join the test group with their phones if they need be. Now we have an actual group or class. So think of this like your larger group. And within that, you're going to have topics. So you see that there are some pre-created topics: weekly check-in, general, and introductions. If you want to delete these, you can actually just go here and permanently delete the topic if you don't want it there. If you want introductions to be the first thing that your students see when they log in, you can always hide the other topic or delete the other topics. I just hid this one. But I'm going to click on introductions because that's kind of like an interest inventory. And I might choose to edit that topic, and I might be able to click here and change that to interest inventory or survey, or tell me more about you, whatever your topic is going to be. And then you can modify what you want your students to talk about. Right here, they have a fun fact, hobby, talent, favorite show, band, movie, book. But you could change that to be whatever you want to ask your students: how they learn, where they like to sit in the room, what is their favorite way to do homework, or how do they work when they're at home. And you can change the recording time that you give them here. And you can add an image. So there's all kinds of ways to modify this. And then you're just going to update that topic. And when students join your test group, they're going to actually see this topic, this interest inventory. And you're going to be able to see once students start leaving recordings for you. The other cool thing to think about is when students actually access this, they're going to have the ability to use this immersive reader. I'm not sure if you've ever seen this icon before, but the immersive reader is a tool we're going to be talking about later in the workshop, where students can actually have a visual of what it is they've recorded, so they can read what they've recorded. They can also change the type of text that they read here. So this is something we're going to be looking at. That's a universal tool in various apps. We're going to be talking about that later in the workshop. So one more point: when students go to record, they can record their video, and they can also choose to just record audio. They don't have to record video if they choose not to. So that's just a factor that I like to point out. So that's a little bit about Flip. Flip is a very cool tool for students to use for surveys and interest inventories.